inspections. Today is December 11th, 2025. And we're doing a sewer scope today here in Roy. We're at 5056 South, 2800 West. And we have the camera pushed out 100 feet to the city connection. I always say 100 feet is about the average, and you are right on the nose. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. This first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like the nose on's a little bit high because then we start to go underwater a little bit. Not very bad and not for very long, but it looks like it's a little bit flat through there. So that's a spot where grease might be a little more likely to collect. Never a good idea to put excessive amounts of grease or wet wipes down the line, but even more important when you have a little bit of standing water. That way it's not building up and creating a blockage. Looks like ABS pipe from what I can tell, which should be pretty common for this age. A little bit of a turn through there. Little tiny offset it looks like. Basically a little lip. One issue with some of the older ABS like this is that sometimes the glued joists can separate a little bit and you can get small leaks inside the house. And so in this house they're all concealed. And so if you did have small leaks develop, you wouldn't really know until it turned into a bigger issue. But that is a somewhat common issue with ABS of this age. The downstairs toilet was having a hard time flushing, but it wasn't like it was clogged because it would flush fine and then it would just swirl around and then it would flush fine. It's kind of intermittent, the issue that it was having. So I would recommend having that looked at by a plumber. It doesn't appear to be an issue with this part of the sewer line. I think that basement toilet probably feeds in right there on the left side of the screen. And so it could be an issue on that part of the sewer. You know, it's not going to be very long, it's only a couple feet. But if you have some sort of a blockage, or if it's flat right there, or if it's not vented properly, that could cause an issue. But in either case, I would have a plumber look at that toilet and try to diagnose what's going on there. But as far as the sewer, it looks like it's performing the way that you want it to be. A couple spots that are a little flat, but not too bad. And a couple real small offsets, but also far from the worst that I've seen. I'm going to end this recording now.